So another video, guys, this time with a script, so I don't have to edit the sound so much. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about the future of the Slovenian armored force, or at least what I think that the future should look like. I won't talk too much about the specifications of the vehicles here, as you can find those elsewhere on YouTube. If you want me to do a video about the history of the Slovenian armored force, let me know in the comments. Also, I don't know what B-roll to use for this, so there's going to be a lot of stills. Also, I will not talk about the Savarun, Valuk and the lighter vehicles in this video because the people in them wear maroon berets and not black. The first thing I'm going to talk about are tanks. Currently, we have around 46 M84A4 Sniper main battle tanks. These, if you don't know, are basically Yugoslav copies of the T-72, which have been improved by Yugoslavia and later Slovenia and Croatia. Today, however, these tanks are severely outdated. I would replace them with the K2 Black Panther MBT. Now, the K2 is a fantastic tank, one of my favorites and probably the best in the world right now. It's armed with a 120mm Rheinmetall main gun, a 7.62x51 coaxial machine gun, and a 50 cal on its roof. It's made in South Korea and Poland, and it's very reliable and capable. I'll put a video about it in the description since, I'm not going to talk about the whole technical details about it here, just it's very good, trust me. But it has one major problem, which is the side armor is a bit thin, but this can be solved, i.e. K2PL. Also, South Korea is very happy to enable licensed production of stuff like spare parts or even, the whole tanks. And in Slovenia, although a lot of our industry has been destroyed post-Yugoslavia breakup, we still have some industry that could do this. For example, STO Raune, which, among other things, made armor for the M84s in Yugoslavia and made the M55S upgrades. I would choose the K2 over other tanks because the Abrams and the Challenger are thick boys, like 70 tons, Jesus. And the Leopard 2 is cramped. The Leclerc is unfortunately French, and the T series of tanks and Chinese tanks are off the table completely. The autoloader on the K2 would also be good for Slovenia, since we have a small population, and the autoloader means one soldier less. So it's easier to recruit soldiers, or it takes less soldiers to have a complete tank and then platoon, company, battalion, and so on. And also, if we did take a manually loaded tank, we haven't used those since 2016. I mean, really, like 2008, but, anyway. Next up, IFVs. If you're going to have tanks, then you also need proper infantry support. Unless you're Russia, when you can just gloriously charge into the city. For these, I would choose the CV9040 from Sweden. Now, the CV9040 has a bit more problems than the K2, in my opinion. One is the cannon. Yes, it's the Bofors 40mm, and that's why I'm choosing this variant. It's very cool, but it's kinda clip-fed. Like, now, not really clips, but it's still not optimal. But it can be fixed, and I would do this by stealing the belt feeding system from the British Ajax. The other big problem of the CV90 is the passenger capacity. Now, the most modern variant can only sit 6 people in the back. And in my opinion, and I have strong opinions about this, that's too little. The squads are too small, and that can have a detrimental impact on the security of the tanks it supports. Now, I know that in Sweden it is not such a problem, but Slovenian doctrine, or I mean, I don't know what the Slovenian doctrine was, but other NATO countries' doctrine is a bit different. So, for example, the Swedes use a 1-to-1 ratio of tanks and IFVs, while other countries use a 2-to-1 ratio of tanks and IFVs. And if you're gonna have only 6, and if the passenger capacity problem is not solved, then you would have to sacrifice some people in the platoon headquarters and the support squad size. With the passenger version, I would also take the self-propelled anti-air version of the CV90, the LVKV-40, because, well, I mean, look, it's a 40mm gun guided by radar. It's cool. And for the self-propelled artillery, I would take the Panzerhaubitze 2000 or the PCH 2000, because, well, it just speaks for itself. It's good. It will blow up the enemy. And for some armored recovery vehicle, or engineer vehicle, or bridge layer, I would just take the variants of the CV90 and K2. That's it basically. This video was a bit shorter than last one, and yeah, I still don't know what to put at the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment. Goodbye. PS, I forgot this part. So the government said that they want to modernize the tank force, but I think they're taking their sweet time with that, and I would do it faster than they plan to. And also, I hope they don't go, oh, tanks suck actually, and they just can the whole thing and do what the Belgians did. And basically, that's in my mind nightmares. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the Battle Order video. So yeah, that is actually it. So yeah, uh, goodbye.